Hello, this is David Gordon-Koch reporting for the NB Media Co-op from Dieppe, New Brunswick, where I'm outside the Club d'Ajdal, one of the voting stations here in the greater Moncton area. I've been speaking to people about who they're voting for and why, and what are the major issues for them. So far, I've spoken to people who say they've voted for the Conservatives, the Liberals, and the New Democrats. Let's go to some clips of what they had to say.
There's a lot of big issues. I think people forget that it's not necessarily about who the past leaders were, but it's what's going to happen for our future. And I think they forget how to look forward, and they just keep looking behind us. And I just hope Canada is a little smarter in our election than the United States was in theirs.
In other words, you think Carney deserves a chance?
I do. Yeah, I do. I think Carney is by far the better choice than Pierre Poilievre, and I have a pet name for him, and I call him Pierre Polly Pocket, which probably isn't nice, but I don't like what the man stands for, and I think he's representing the party in an interesting way. Yeah.
And you referenced United States and Donald Trump. Do you
Very
see him
conservative
as,
mindset, and when you look at the past history of how a lot of these people who voted, and it takes away the rights of our LGBTQ members and our women's rights, and I'm not doing it now, but you did in the past, and you may not be doing it now, but we all have a good memory.
I voted Conservative. I've been Conservative my whole life. It's an easy choice for me.
And was there a major issue that stuck out for you?
Yeah, I'm an economic guy, an economy guy, and Conservatives are always better on the economy, always have been, always will be. Carney's a globalist, and when you're a globalist, you don't put Canada first. Poilievre will put Canada first.
What do you mean by globalist?
Globalist meaning the world is more important than Canada. What goes on in the world, how things affect the world, is more important than Canada. Specifically, these global warming targets. We contribute less than 2% of the world. It doesn't matter what you do in Canada. Until India and China and Russia stop doing what they're doing, our 1.8% means nothing.
You just cast your ballot.
I did, yes.
Who did you vote for?
Conservative.
Okay, may I ask, what were the issues for you?
We need a change. We really do. Whether they're going to be any better, I don't know. But it's what we've had for the last 8 years or so. It's not working. I have no idea how a young couple with kids even gets by now with the price of groceries. Like it's crazy. Housing, just everything. It's everything. Time for a change.
I voted Conservative. Yeah.
And why? What were the big issues for you?
The big issues for me, even though it's not the Conservative platform, I haven't been happy with what the Liberals have done lately. I feel like we need a change, and Pierre Poilievre is saying he's going to make change. I'm hoping he's the candidate to do it. So the biggest issues for me are the homelessness, mental health issues, the healthcare or lack of healthcare that we have.
I don't follow politics. I think politics is for politicians. I think everyone talks out of the left side of their mouth. It doesn't matter who you vote for, it all ends up in the same place. However, that being said, I did use a website called I Side With because I don't know whose platform stands for what. And it gave me my best options. So I voted for who lined up the most with how I felt.
Are you willing to disclose?
I voted NDP.
Okay.
I've actually always voted NDP. Yeah. It seems to always line that way. But I felt it last year, and I'll feel it probably this year, that it's a wasted vote because it's going to be Conservatives or Liberals. It's never someone else. It doesn't matter. But it does, but it doesn't. I think if more people voted, if we implemented mandatory voting like Australia, made it a whole celebration, made it a day off, big party event, I think it would make a lot of difference.
Like, main thing for me was just to encourage everyone out there to go and vote and to kind of do their research about the candidates and what the party represents and what they believe in what they want to see for the future of the country and all of that, and to see what party aligns with their values, and to respect people that might not share those values with them too. But just like, that's why, like, we live in a country where we get to go vote, and you can't complain if you don't vote. So that's what I believe in.